So a lot of stuff was happening right before this reading. We got a compass here. That wasn't, it never quite gives me the right direction. And I'm thinking maybe I just don't know how to use it. It's a little more advanced than just setting it on the table and like figuring it out. Although I do have one of those, but I think what's coming to mind is that we're a little more advanced than we fucking even realize. I don't care what kind of body you're in, whatever gender, whatever you identify as, or whatever age you are. You could literally be 13 watching this and be a fucking powerhouse. Like, guys, we need to foster the youth that's coming up. I could tell you right now. Because I remember when I was young, if I just had like a mentor, like I did have mentors, but if I had someone to really see me and go, oh, I know where she's going, and not squash my light. Although I wouldn't have been who I am, the crystal child that I am, and I wouldn't have had this drive to help the young people. Yeah, just like Lila there. I just get angry. Because I never wanted to be that person that became the shit that was done to them. Never. Like, yes, I react sometimes, but like I never am like cruel and evil. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I never wanted to be that. Like, I just started realizing things. Oh, the Lover's reverse. I just learned that this can mean like leaving a situation that you feel like is not serving you anymore, or like a mindset, a decision has to be made, or a connection that is like souring. Look at this little nut. He's right behind me on the chair. I like these chairs because you can't tell if he's scratching them or not. I mean, you can tell that he's scratching them, but you don't really see it. Trying to really, the message. I got really excited to do this message because it was about detachment. Detachment, leaving nostalgia. Like, there's something about attachment to things that keep it where it's at. And I was like, is this deck reversed? But it doesn't really come up reverse. I read reverse cards, so I was just allowing it. Sometimes when you see the reverse cards, you're like, I don't want that to be true. But truth doesn't care if you want it to be true or not. And what is that? It's your mind. Your mind is assimilating meaning to certain things in people and situations. Like for me, synchronicities are like huge. Like I follow the synchronicities, and I think that if it's a synchronicity, it's always positive. It's always a positive outcome. But you have to go with the feeling. And there could be positive feelings within that, but you have to go with like the overall feeling. Like I remember having like feelings of and then I still went towards it anyways. You know what I mean? And it hurt. But that's funny. We got worm tongue. This is from like a weird little carnival thing, and right before this I was fixed on the part of the admission ticket that says admission for one, but I was fixed on this 4-1 aspect, and yeah, it's probably reversed here or whatever, lopsided. 4-1, the one, like, you know what I mean? In your life, you are the one. That's what I'm learning as well. This is also from The Matrix. I'm thinking of, hey, nut. Yeah, you're a good boy when you're not. You know what? Maybe you're always a good boy. Maybe you're just learning. And maybe I shouldn't allow you on the table. Come here. You're always the one. You're always the one. You know? In your life, you're the one. Let that sink in. Yes, you have a parent. Yes, you might have a lover. Yes, you might have a situation. Yes, you might have friends. Hopefully you do have all those things. But listen, if you take yourself and you just put yourself in an apartment and you're yourself and you're alone and you decorate it the way that you want and you extrapolate from there, you can see who you are. You're not all these projections of all these people that are around you. You're not your job. You know what I mean? You're a combination of your thoughts and feelings and experiences and your soul and your drive for more, the astrological makeup that makes you up. Like, those are, like, that's not even who you are, but it's like, for the sake of conversation, that's who you are. You're not what people say that you are. You're not even how people perceive you. That was a big one for me. You're not even how people perceive you. Because they don't know why you're reacting the way you're reacting. They don't understand, like, maybe they do, but they can't see that from your perspective. Only you can see. And it's funny because this deck comes with a book to explain what the hell this carnival is. Whoa, damn. And then Jack just picked the card for us. Flapjack, Captain Jack. There's a few more. Oh, Jack of all trades. The chemist. Maybe you are a jack of all trades. Maybe you're understanding the world, and you know what they say. The rest of that sentence is, Jack of all trades is a master of none, but often better than the master of one. Ah! He bit me! Come on, get up or down? He went down. Admission 1. Jack of all trades. You're a fucking siren, dude. You're a fucking siren. Do you know what a siren is? You have that siren energy. Yay, yay, yay. Alright, another reverse card. Reverse 8 of Swords. Okay, reverse 8 of Swords. The siren energy in Oedipus, I guess, is that what it's called? Oedipus? The Odyssey? Is when you go into this island and I think if he looks at them, he turns to stone or something because they're so powerful. And that's really funny. That's really funny because you kind of start to emanate this vibe where you've been through, alright, not gonna lie, you guys been through a lot of shit. Like, I feel very emotional about this. Sexual trauma. I saw this vision board, and I saw that word on there, so I'm seeing a lot of dark shit, to be honest. And you're kind of at this point where you're like, you know, I'm not here to fuck around. You feel like you're not able to exude your strength into this world. You're not able to be your true self. It could be you blaming it on the people around you. It could be all this other stuff. It could be. It could be. Or it could be how you're interacting with your own energy. And how you are not seeing that you have power over your life, because if you did, you would be shocked at what you're doing with it. And I want to bring a little more of a healing energy into that statement because it's not fucking easy. You don't know what you don't know yet. You don't want to see certain things. This feels like a mess. This is like a mess here. But listen, you don't want to see certain things, but that's where all your power is held. All of your power is there. So we're not able to see everything if we can't use the truth, the spirituality that we are talking about. You think that you're all that. You think you're there. And then something happens. But it's because of a lesson that you've already learned that you're coming back to understand it in a new way. You knew what you had to do and you didn't do it. You knew you were going somewhere. You knew it would lead to this. What do we do in those situations? Because I can tell you what I did, and it didn't work. It worked in a way, but I feel like there's a way to offset this. I went into addictions, and I went into grabbing at life. And I don't know if that's a reaction from me personally or just what we do. And this could be what you're doing. This is a reading on your purpose. My whole channel is usually about purpose readings. And you did this because you were kind of done. You were kind of fed up with the way people are treating you, with the way life has. You just felt like you were a mule. You felt like you were a mule and you had to bear the weight for all this other shit and watch other people get promoted, have relationships, have these things that you wanted, you thought you wanted. I can tell you that if you're stuck in an addictive pattern, or if you're thinking about going, what does it matter, go back to the addictions, I can tell you that is definitely not the answer. And I had a pretty conscious choice, to be honest. I was like, I don't care. I don't care. And I don't want people to go through the amount of pain that I had to go through. I don't. Because it's not fair. You've already went through so much shit. Then you're gonna put yourself through it? Not after you see this. That's what I want this out there for. Because I don't believe that you have to do that. I think the pain is real. And we watch shit on TV and I hear shit. I'm in Asheville right now, and from this hurricane I've heard shit I can never unhear. And I fucking cracked. I couldn't deal with it. I was operating an office where, like, by myself, where it was so hard. And I was having all this childhood stuff come up. I was meeting people. I felt the weight of the world on me. And I had to take care of this entire community, I felt like, and my job and all this stuff. And I just cracked. And I felt like I had to be perfect, and I had to be healed. I had to be healed quick because there's opportunities in front of me that I don't want to mess up. So I have to heal quick. And then that led me into addictions. And then that led me into creating more pain for myself. And I don't want you to go through that. I don't. I don't know who that company is, but therapy balance centers, so that could be significant. But honestly, it's just a mess. It's a mess sometimes. It's a mess. We have to go through death. You're done. You're done waiting. You're done waiting around for this, though. You're done just accepting what life is giving to you. I think you're becoming greater than you can ever imagine. Ever imagine. And I think that you will have the life that you want. You're going through this for a reason. And the reason might not be obvious. And it might take some extra pain. But I want to help avoid that at all costs, if possible. If at all possible. And that's what these readings, other people have done for me, is help at least keep me on a mindset of, Jesus, he's going crazy on my arms. Going crazy. Understand where you are. Understand where you are. This cat is 3 months old. This wiggle butt, 3 months old. Yeah, he's gonna bite me. Yeah, he's gonna scratch me. Yeah, he's gonna knock things over and kill the plants sometimes. And what was I trying to do? Resist his age? I just have to spend more time doing things with him. And that's what I'm working on right now. And with myself, at least, too. You know? And that's kind of what we have to do. We have to use our little selves inside of us and say, yeah, I'm fucking unhinged right now. Unhinged. I'm gonna go skateboard. I'm gonna go eat out if I want. I'm gonna, whatever the fuck. I'm gonna go to a fucking rave. Say yes to sometimes people going out. Yeah, I'll go. Sure. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Okay, I'll go. Get that ticket. There's something I didn't do that I wish I would have done. But I still got to go out and do something else. It's like, just do it. $40. What's the fucking money? What's the problem? Like, if you're living, you are literally the source of all abundance. You literally are a part of God. You are. You're as abundant as the trees, the leaves on the trees, the blades of grass, the animals, the insect. You're as abundant as that. We stifle it. We stifle it ourselves. And I've been making like $10,000 a month before. And I wasn't even able to hold that vibration. I wasn't able to hold it because I was like, whoa, oh my God. And I now look back and I'm like, actually, I probably could have stuck it out. I probably could have, but there was other things I needed to move on. I felt like that place was being infiltrated by energies because there was always stuff wrong with it. And I wasn't in complete control, even though I was doing a lot of the work. I wasn't in complete control of the way that it's ran. So the universe will push you to do other things, but I'm just saying, like, it's okay right where you're at right now. You don't need to make all this amount of money or this thing or have these cars or whatever the fuck you think that you're brainwashed to believe is abundance, which, yeah, those are all aspects of abundance. I'm not saying that. It's just they're not gonna give you anything you're looking for. It might give you the fact that you like can say that you made this amount or more than you ever made or triple what you've ever made before, and then you can understand like there's work that comes with that. There's a lot of work that comes with that. And that's kind of what I'm getting at, is like, yeah, I probably could have chilled, but my mental health was suffering. So maybe I couldn't have, because my mental health was suffering. I had so many people grabbing at my energy. There was 400 residents there. And I almost knew them all. And the only person I didn't know, I went straight over to, and it ended up being an entire lesson. Okay? So it was like a lot. And then I needed some time to chill. And germinate in my own energy again, understand who the fuck am I? Who am I? Because I know who I am. Why am I always trying to fill this space with something else? That's other people, that's other obligations, that's even in a position in a job where you have all this responsibility and yeah, you're making good fucking money, but you're working for it. And this is just one perspective. Like, you can make a lot of money by not doing a lot of things. But I'm just saying, if you're resonating You might need to hear this. You can still be abundant and do less work. And it may not look exactly like what you did before, or be a certain amount, or drive a certain thing, but you can literally feel those feelings and life unfolds for you. Okay? He was a gift. He was a gift. This little baby was a gift to me. I got a car for free. I got an apartment I can afford, again, myself, making literally half some months. And then I started making even more. It's like just change the things that you need to change, because you will be victorious. Especially if they're like with what you really want to change. Like if you really are not happy in your relationships, friendships, you need to change them, or you need to leave them. Because you don't understand how much disservice you're doing to your life and how much time you're wasting. And it hurts. But people can meet you where you are. And people come back. They could always come back. But you have to understand, like, you are you first. There is no other, you can't just, like, take things, like, yes, love is literally taking things in as yourself, but you're not relying on them to produce a certain outcome for you. Because it will not, you cannot control anything or anyone else. You have to control yourself. And you have to know, like, you're the source of abundance inside of you. You are the source for your experience, for your life. Because you can't go around thinking, like, I need to make $10,000 a month consistently to be happy. Because it doesn't come like that. You can be happy and make that, but there's shifts that you gotta make first. And sometimes when you make shifts, things wax and wane. Yeah, I lessened my responsibility and my physical reality, and I gained so much more awareness inside myself. And if we're the source of all abundance and we can create whatever the fuck we want, then you can do it again. I can do it again. I can do it in a new way. I can work partly from home, partly in person when I get bored of being at home. I can have my cat sit on my fucking neck. That was a gift. Lila doesn't like to cuddle, my dog. Too much. The cat does. He's a little crazy bitch sometimes and scratches the fuck out of me, but that's the trade-off, you know? He's young. So, what are you? Are you a little crazy sometimes? Not that anyone's ever crazy, but are you a little unhinged sometimes? And do you have electricity? Do you inspire? Whoa. Feels like you're falling. Whoa. Feels like you're falling for yourself. Like, would you date yourself? Because that's a huge barometer, honestly. If you're trying to manifest a relationship, or if you're trying to be magnetic and be an influencer. Would you date yourself? Would you be yourself? Would you watch your content? Yeah, I would, because I watch my own shit for hours. I get messages from myself. That's why I don't care so much. I just don't care sometimes. Like, you know? And I want everyone to feel this level of, like, because I've never got to this space before. I have, like, in little bits, but I've never gotten consistently with resources in adulthood to a space where I have a network of friends, a job I generally enjoy, readings, an influence. Like, you don't have to have followers to be an influencer. Do you understand this? Do you understand this? You don't have to have followers to be an influencer. I started dancing because I just wanted to dance, and found a whole thing that goes on every Tuesday, and it's ecstatic dance, and you do whatever you want. And I have a pole, can't see it here, but in my room, and I just start dancing, and I have mirrors all over, and I just have fun. And I try to release shame and guilt and shit from my body. I did a workshop with that once. And for the apartment community. And it's fun because I just got really nervous that I was gonna run out of storage. And you'll find another way. It doesn't matter. There's always another way. And then the other day, Papadozio was playing. Didn't even know them before this. Had a free concert. They're just about to stop touring for like a while because they're having babies or something, or whatever. They're doing other phases of life. It was a huge free concert in Nashville. It felt like hundreds of people. And I was on the right side of one of the stages. This was, Papadozio was playing down there, but downtown. And I was up at the the top stage, and they were singing like folky music that has to do with like getting over the hurt, like not getting over, but commemorating the almost year anniversary of the hurricane. Not anniversary, but commemoration of the frickin' hurricane, and how we all came together, and how we're Asheville strong, and all this stuff. And I was on the right side of the stage, and I just had my skateboard that day because I live downtown, so I skated there. And I just started spinning around on my skateboard. My main goal, the first one was to have fun, but another really close main goal was not to let the skateboard slip out and hit someone in the fucking shins or ankles. Because I didn't want to hurt anyone. I didn't want to look dumb. But I'm in the front. I'm like literally in the front of the stage, and like multiple people came up to me and was like, "I liked your skateboard dancing." I was like, "What?" I was like monster walking on the edges, and then I would just spin around, and that's all I was doing, and like ollieing a little bit. I can't even kickflip yet. Like. And then I was really dancing. But they were like, "Yo, I like your skateboard dancing." I was like, yo, I just like invented something, I felt like. I mean, that's like freestyle skating, but I was doing it in the middle of a concert, in the middle of Asheville, in front of hundreds of people. I didn't really realize I was doing it in front of hundreds of people. I just like honed in on myself. Like, I don't like to talk about how I dance. Like, I still get embarrassed sometimes. Like, I just do it, and I don't really talk about it too much. People come up to me though, and I'm just like, damn. Like you do not have to have followers on all these social whatever the fuck. It's fake. No, like the people are real that are watching, and there's tarot readers and people that are super influential and helpful, and they're amazing. I'm just saying, you don't have to use that as a barometer of how much change you're making in the world. You can do that by how you feel. And sometimes I like to just go downtown just to walk, because I understand the power of the vibration that I'm holding, and I want to just be a light. And when someone walks in front of me or makes me, like, honestly, like, I'll wait, like, not wait, but just, you know, people just cut you off or like bump you a little bit, and like you'll get angry. And we all get angry. And I don't dismiss the anger. I feel it. And I go, I got angry, and I know I'm extremely sensitive, and when they look at me, I'm going to smile. But not with a people-pleasing smile. Super, super important. These are two completely different things. Not with a, oh, it's fine. It's okay. Because I transmuted in that moment. And even if it wasn't okay, I would go, okay, it's fine. Like, I wouldn't overly make it okay if it's not. So it's almost like who I am now in my house alone. Sometimes I talk to myself in my house, like, how would I be interacting with somebody right now? That's how I want to be out in the world. It was really hard for me to do this. It took many years, in this entire year, to really hone in on things and like, who am I? How do I want to be? I want to be the same when I'm alone as when I'm in front of people. Yeah, you have to protect certain things, but I never want to be fake. I never want to bite my tongue. You know, there's certain situations for certain things, like, you don't have to be intense as fuck. But I'm just saying, I don't want to suppress any emotions, anything I'm doing, like getting coffee, going to work, like someone was just having an altercation with me at one point, and I just said, what do you want? How can I, and the purpose was like, that sounded ridiculous, but that's not what I'm saying. It's like, we were talking, and he started getting very escalated, and I could have stopped the conversation. He was saying things that were like, not okay to say, but not directly to me, but just in essence in the conversation. And I started to get a little scared, and I said, you know what is the contention, is what I said. But that means, like, what do you want? Right? And I do it in a professional way. I'm just saying, what's the contention? What do you want the outcome to be? That's where I went with him. And he said what he needed, and I said, I can't deliver that to you. We don't live in that kind of world anymore. And I want to be careful how I talk about this, but it's like, at one point, he was saying how he lives in fear, and he wants this sort of outcome, and I said, those two things don't match. I'm sorry, you can't live in fear. And I didn't say that to him, but I said, I can't deliver that to you. Here's what I can do for you. Here's what's within my scope of ability to do for you, for my obligations in this position, in this relationship that we're in arbitrarily. And that's what I can do. And he said something that hurt my feelings, because I try so hard to create and establish a community. And it was like that one moment where I didn't take it too much to heart, where I normally would. And it hurt me. But there's a level of healing that you get to where you just understand people are reacting because they're scared and they're living in fear. And yes, they're harsh, but I almost like don't want to stray away. I don't want to stop the conversation before I understand what it is that he wants. What it is that they want. Where's the emotion? And it comes down to emotions, guys. Like, that's what I'm really realizing. Like, it's not really that logical, because he contradicted himself by saying he doesn't live in fear, but he does. He does, and he told me he's fearful for his life. And I said, well, I don't live in fear, so I want you to be able to have this experience, and I will do with what's within my power to make that happen. But I can tell there was a disconnect. I can tell he was not understanding he creates his reality. He was not understanding that he creates that fear. He was not understanding by having certain weapons and things doesn't make him feel safe, when he is saying that it does and threatening that it does. But it doesn't. It doesn't make you feel safe, obviously. So it's contradicting itself. And I hope all of that to say, you gotta really listen to people. Like, really listen to yourself. What are you saying to yourself? I'm gonna smoke this weed so that I can have a revelation and find something within myself that I'm hiding from myself. Okay? And then you start to do that more often. And then you start to do that to avoid other feelings. And then maybe, well, I'm already smoking weed, so why don't we just go out and party? Well, yeah, if everyone's drinking, I should do it too. Not if your body's not saying that you should, but that doesn't mean that you can't go out and enjoy music and still be confident enough to flirt and be confident enough to dance and have your sense of being. We created this reality for us humans where we need to poison ourselves or invite another energy to be in society and be normal or feel like we're having fun out with other people that are sometimes not our closest friends. We just go out. I think if the world was more geared towards, like, say, an introverted person, it would be fun. Introverted people still want to fucking be around people. It would be more fun. You wouldn't feel bombarded by all this shit. Like, I don't know if that made complete sense of what I was saying for you guys as a viewer, but I'm just seeing a lot. I'm seeing a lot more. And I'm just so grateful I could be in this space and have an ability to literally post a video like this for one person to see it, if that's what it is. And that one person could just be me, because I rewatch this shit because it's a message for me as well, and it helps me see who the fuck I am. This is me. This is me. Like, this is who I get to be in this body, in this life. And I've overcome this, and I've done this, and like, I can look back and see these things. Like, what is it for you? I always say that. Like, what is it for you? Is there artwork that you used to do and then you have the old ones and now you have the new ones? Like, what is it? It's not always about selling it and making money off of it. It's like, what is your progression? Because that's your story and that's your life force. And that is abundance as well. You're affecting people. And this cat is now calm on my lap because I didn't react to him messing up my tarot spread. It actually just made me calm down, because I know when I calm down, he calms down, my reality calms down, is the metaphor, and everything stopped, and I just got to drop into this space where I started feeling all this and telling stories, and that's the whole point. I wanted to make everything into a story, because that's how people remember things, and I don't want you to go through the fucking pain I had to go through. So I'm trying to give you wisdom so that you can bypass some of that pain. Pain is inevitable, but I really want to help. Like, I want to be that person that I didn't have. That's what I believe. And I just saw 3737. And these readings, other readers have really significantly helped me, and they still do. And they're fucking on point every fucking time. So, I'll just leave you with all that to think about. Rewatch it if you want. I'm seeing a giant heart. It looks like a donut. Oh my gosh. Have they ever made this? A donut with the hole being the shape of a heart. I'm seeing this in the bubble letters that I wrote for my Lionsgate portal thing. That says love, and it's like steaming. Like, steaming hot love. And I see it. It's just like a fucking heart. Boy. Alright. Love you guys. There he is. He was just sleeping. There he is. Your damn right jerk. I'm a real modern witch. He's a gift. Alright. Love you guys. See you soon.